And the thing that I think of is all of us in here have worked in IT in some way, shape, or form for a few years or a lot of years, and we're all used to change. What's different these days is the pace of change. It's really getting fast, rapid, and it's hard to keep up. ARG is great at mating their customers with that proper technology. We feel fortunate that we're focusing on two places where change is happening rapidly. Wireless connectivity is one. A different kind of AI is the other. You've seen a lot of folks talk about AI this morning with AI in the Zoom and AI helping Granite complete things. There's another form of, and we all know ChatGPT, and we know the world's changing. There's another AI that is going to help with machine learning to improve efficiencies. Sensors in locations so that you don't have to send somebody out for maintenance to do it. Cameras that make us see things and react to things as opposed to just getting a video stream. So we're going to talk about that, and that's the fun and the sexy part. But before we talk about that, we're going to talk about the wireless connectivity. I call it the boring stuff, but it's real business and it's really transformational. First, Granite Mission POTS. Most of the carriers have the FCC has said they don't have to do copper wiring anymore. We're doing POTS replacement with cellular devices because we have 25 years of cellular experience. We're a leader in that space. Most of what I'm going to talk about here are use cases. You need to be looking at your bills in this. I've seen customers hand me a bill for $2,700 for one single phone line, one twisted pair. They're jacking the prices up, they're closing it down. We're good at analyzing and we're good at installing. We actually have a customer, I'll give you the first use case, American Council of Education here in DC. We did this one about 3 years ago, and quite frankly, we stubbed our toe just a little bit on the install. ARG jumped in and helped us, we got it fixed. Now, hundreds of installs and thousands of lines later, we're the best in the business at getting those installs done. We are winning business from our competitors who have done pilots because of the install problems that they have. We're really good at it. We excel at it. Now let's get a little bit more sexy. On the connectivity side, on the wireless connectivity side, even 5 years ago, the data was metered, it was expensive. You needed it for your backup, but you prayed you were never going to have to actually use it and pay for it. Now we see the carriers offering unlimited plans that are truly unlimited, and we're winning business where large enterprises are now using their 5G connection and shaping traffic in their SD-WAN through it. We're seeing them with multi-location retail where they don't even worry about a fiber build out or calling a cable company. We're the primary and they know it's going to stay up. And we pick the best carrier for each location, but you got a backup account as well too. So we've got kind of unbreakable connectivity from that standpoint. I will give you another story that's an ARG customer because it'll give us a little bit of the intelligence that we're applying. Their name is up on the logo. It's a healthcare company. They do medical imaging, so they have trailers that go different places. They needed connectivity, and they needed to make sure that they always had it. If you've ever had, even with your cell phone, pick your network that you say is the best, AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon. You're going to go somewhere where there's a dead spot. We have dual SIMs in this device we had. When it rolls in, we'll pick the best carrier. Now, the interesting thing was it turned out, and it's been an arduous process, but this company is really running lean, and what they needed was router management, network management, and they needed it automated or they needed us to do it, one of the two. We have a platform called Deep Insights for Connectivity that allows folks to look at their routers, see how much data they've used, all that kind of stuff. But we have so many smart guys on our team. What we ended up inventing for them is now we geofence every location that they go to. When that trailer moves from one location to the other at night, once it hits that area, the config files are already loaded for that router. It auto-populates. There's no human being that has to do anything. That router moves from location to location to location and works seamlessly, all through our platform. If they need to change a location, they type their configurations in, they type the address that they need it to, it's set and it works seamlessly. So in the wireless connectivity space, we're really thought leaders and industry leaders from that standpoint. Last thing on connectivity, talking about the pace of change, Starlink. Everybody's talking about it, hurricanes and fires and dropping them in. But you got a lot of businesses that are in remote locations that don't have consistent access. What we do different, as opposed to buying it from Starlink, is we're through a program where we actually actively manage that device for them. Everybody loves Starlink, but the problem with Starlink is you got a problem, you send an email to Elon, 48, 72 hours later, you're going to get an answer. You got a problem with us, you're going to get somebody on the phone, and because of our relationship, we have access to Tier 2 for Starlink, so we can solve your problems quickly. It costs a little bit more. If you're as old as I am, you remember the old Curtis Mathis commercial? It costs a little bit more, but it's darn well worth it. So in the wireless space, we are really good at helping folks become more connected, okay? 7 minutes, I'm never gonna make it. But we're gonna try. So that's the more connected. Our tagline is safer, smarter, more connected. Hopefully it doesn't put you to sleep. Hopefully it gets you excited. We talked about the more connected standpoints. Things that we're doing in the IoT space are really interesting. Patrick McGugan for ARG is notorious for bringing me science projects like tracking tobacco beetles that are 2 millimeters big and figuring that out with cameras. But we do love doing the science projects. Let me give you some interesting things, kind of some humorous, some amazing. Retail convenience stores. See them everywhere. Do y'all know in most of these places what the #1 revenue generator is? 7-Eleven, Quick Trip. Hot dogs. Kristen knows the answer. Hot dogs is the #1 revenue generator. And when those hot dog rollers they have go down, that's a big problem. We have one that we can't name that we went in. We figured out sensors that we could put in and kind of do preventive maintenance. So they could send somebody out to change those rollers before they failed and lower it. Seems silly? Transformational revenue generator for them. Another great one that I talk about in healthcare, and we have a deep focus in healthcare. We do what's called a virtual nurse, okay? Someone comes out of ER or out of the ICU. Nobody wants them to walk. They need to be monitored. 25 years ago, they paid an orderly to sit there. But the healthcare companies don't want to pay that orderly anymore. They're asking families to sit with them. We can take a camera and point it at that patient to the bed. We have trained a model with AI so that we can differentiate between rolling over and getting up. We have sensors on the sides of the bed. It's kind of a last ditch. If feet hit those sensors, code blue, nurse is there, you get them back in the bed. The relative cost of that, as opposed to having a human being in there for multiple shifts, huge savings and life savings. So much safer, and that safer, smarter, more connected. Let's see, what else have we got in the, in that same healthcare, we can take that posture assessment that we're doing in the bed, senior living facilities, rehab facilities, hospitals, we can do that posture assessment, look at folks and go, you need to check on them, they're a fall risk, and kind of watch. So that's really powerful from a healthcare standpoint. Now, one more thing that we can do with that same AI is put it in retail stores. What do you think they're using it for? Shoplifting, one, but the other one is these big ones. Oh, I think I broke my neck. I fell in your store and I'm going to sue you. And now you've got posture assessment to go, not so much. You didn't do that. And the lawyers love it because it gets the cases out of the way for them. Does that make sense? So other AI things. So again, that's safer. Let's do one that's smarter. We're working, I think, with a company here. I won't say, but we're going to help them with cameras so that they can measure what comes through their building and help build their business planning more efficiently. If they know the volume of things that are coming through, they'll understand better how to build their business model. They've had a difficult time solving it with other technologies. We're excited to use some of the things that we do to enhance that and hopefully improve. That would be a transformational business change if we accomplish that, okay? So there's another one. Another smarter application I'll do one more on the safer side. We do these mobile security trailers. You've seen them, Walmart, Lowe's, in the parking lots, a little trailer with a mast and a camera. Those are by a competitor. They're useless. You don't need those. We do it in a much more advanced way. In Mecklenburg County, Charlotte area, just this weekend, they had a little hotspot come up. They moved one of our trailers in. There was an assault, unfortunately. The good news is there was an arrest in 2 hours because our camera saw it, alerted, identified, and they were immediately on it. That definitely makes the world safer. Those trailers as well can be used for construction companies, for lay down yards, for theft detection. So just kind of in recap, safer. We talked about these cameras and using them for there. Smarter. We talked about several use cases there. More connected. We do the wireless connectivity. I think those things are a recurring theme that should fit across most all industries, but industries where we're very successful are healthcare, retail, oil and gas, utilities, and small businesses as well from a security standpoint and a connectivity standpoint. I think that's a pretty good place to go, and it's going to be the miracle of miracles. No bell is going to ring. I appreciate y'all letting me talk for a minute.